Hi, I'm Mike Lipkin, and I was the host for the Poetry Slam last year at the Foundation at Isothermal Community College. And so, welcome to our infomercial about this year's upcoming event. And the first thing I would like to do is actually introduce you to the new host this year, Mr. Jeremy Burris. All right.
Thanks, Mike. Again, my name's Jeremy Burris, and I work here at the college with Mike, and it's a pleasure to be this year's host. We're going to take just a couple minutes to tell you all a little bit more about this year's Poetry Slam and what it's all about. So would you like to tell us a little more about the Poetry Slam and who all's involved with that?
Sure. So the Poetry Slam is an opportunity for the surrounding area to come and share their poems with us, the Isothermal Community College region. We are in 2 counties, in both Rutherford and Polk County, and we hope that we will have people from as many as 3 or 4 counties come and visit us this year. So we're really excited about the opportunity for everybody. But everybody comes in and reads their poems, and then we have judges who will determine which poems are the best poems, or which performances were the best performances, and they will award prizes. Right now we're still working on our prizes, but we have all kinds of fabulous prizes for you guys for coming and doing your poem. The prizes are going to be supplied this year in large part through the cultural events team, and that's a new team. And could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So this team is focusing on arts-related endeavors here at Isothermal to support our students, our employees, and our surrounding community and those we serve. So the Poetry Slam is our flagship event. It's very popular, it's well received, but it also includes our book club, our Global Distinction program, where our students and community members can go on trips internationally. It's also music-related events, other arts-related events, graphic design, photography, and it's all of that encompassed together to lift up the arts. I also know that we have some new categories this year. So when reciting poetry, there's interpretive, there's original, and there's STEM-related, but we also have 2 new ones.
Yes, let's stay with poetry for just a second, Jeremy. On the different types of poems that you can have an original poem. Now this poem will be written by yourself, and then you'll come in and read it or perform it for us. But original is when you do your own work. Interpretive is when you will interpret someone else's work. For instance, because I love astronomy, I love to hear Walt Whitman's When the Learned Astronomer Spoke. That's one of my favorite poems, but there's a bunch of very classic poems, and we would love to have you guys interpret these poems as well. And then, of course, the last category, you want to tell them about that one, the STEM category, and what that is, Jeremy?
So STEM is, again, just science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So anything related to one of those disciplines that you would like to come share about, you can do that, and those will be targeted toward those areas.
Yes, and what else, you were going to tell me, what else are we going to accept besides just poems this year?
So the 2 new categories will be artwork and photography. And so if you have an original piece that you have created that you would like to come share with the audience, and you can speak to the creation of it, sort of what was the inspiration for it, the meaning behind it, then that's a new option that we have for people.
For instance, for me, I've already submitted my artwork. It was one of the first pieces done just because I knew it was there. But I submitted my blood moon lunar eclipse painting and I'm hoping that that will be STEM related enough that you know, it'll be in the STEM category. But at any rate, I have some other paintings like geometrical paintings, but I'm really looking forward to seeing not just the artwork, but also some photography that will be the, it's crazy to put awards on such things. And we don't want you guys to think we're saying that one poem is better than the other, or one artwork is better than the other. We're just trying to incentive people to come out and share with us by awarding prizes. And so it really makes for a great community event, you know, when artists get around other artists. It's really fun.
And it's open to all the students here, all the employees, community members, and of course we couldn't make it happen without those who support us. So that's going to include the event being hosted by the Cultural Arts team, but also we have the audio video production technology team that helps make all this happen. We have the staff here at the foundation, and then we'll have refreshments from FBLE, the Future Business Leaders Association. And we'll also have a musical guest performing this year. So would you like to speak on that?
Well, last year's event, we had a really incredible performer, James Jackson, came and performed for us. And so I wish that we could have such a performer this year. But this year, we're going to have to deal with a new performer. Anyway, why don't you tell them who that performer might be, Jeremy?
So this year, it's going to be our very own Mike Lipkin and friends. There will be some folks joining him throughout the evening.
So the point of the musical guest is there are really two categories. There's a youth category, and then there's an adult category. And the youth category, that's for anybody who is 18 and younger. So if you're 18, you're still in the youth category. And we break it up into two categories like that. And so after the youth category goes, and it will start promptly at 6 o'clock, after the youth go, then the judges need a few moments to see, you know, which prizes they're going to award to which participant. And during that, I will be performing on hammer dulcimer, ukulele, and piano as well. As Jeremy mentioned, I will have hopefully several of my colleagues from the campus of ICC will be joining me this year to help me do some musical performance for you. At any rate, after the youth event, then we will go straight into the adult event. The adult event will be where anybody who is 19 and up will read their poems for us. And again, after that event, as it's being judged, I'll come back up and we'll play a little music for you guys to keep you entertained while we're waiting for the judge's decision to come back. All right. This year, we are having a total of 5 different events, not the 3. The 5 events, just so we can be clear, are there will be a poetry event, which includes original, interpretive, and STEM related. We will then have a artwork event, which will probably have the same categories, STEM, original, and interpretive. And then I think we're just going to have one category for the photographs, but we're still very much in the planning phase, because we wanted to have a theme for the photographs, didn't we? Right? And so maybe you guys, you know, we have about 4 months before the event. Maybe you would like to contact us and tell us what you think a good category to bring in pictures over? I mean, do we want portraits? Do we want landscapes? What do you think, Jer?
I think that, like with art, art is such an expressive form that it can be anything, and we are open to that. We want to create an event that lifts up what this community has to share with people, and we want to give you a space to do that. Be it the written word or a photograph that you take or something that you paint or draw or something you create digitally, we're open to it. We want to see that, and we want to support you in sharing that with other people.
So this year in particular, we have a new format for submitting material. In fact, if you submit material to us and you choose and would like it to be published, we might publish it in a literary magazine this year. You know, I'm not saying we're going to publish everything that we get. In fact, we probably won't. You know, if we find some stuff that we would like to publish in the name of Isothermal Community College and provide a free magazine, a literary magazine, that's on our list of things that we're hoping to accomplish. Why don't you tell them how they can submit their poems and or artwork?
Sure. So pretty soon, throughout spring semester of 2026, we'll be sending out a call for submissions, and there will be there'll be a website you can go to, and there will also be a QR code that you could scan. There'll be a brief form to fill out with your contact information, which category you're entering, ensuring that you understand some rules and procedures for the evening. And then there will also be the option, like Mike said, to accept the idea of potentially being published in our annual literary magazine. And then you can upload your file of whatever it is you plan to present during the Poetry Slam. We will then have that on file for the purposes of review, for potential publication. And yeah, you'll be seeing those materials out soon enough. We'll get them to everybody in a variety of ways, be it through student email or around Isothermal's campus or out in the community on flyers.
So through the magic of modern editing, and we are here with Michael Lane from AVPT, they are going to insert our QR code right there for us. And so you can actually just scan that QR code and you can go register for that event right now. How do you register for the event, Jeremy?
So when you go to the QR code, it's just going to take you to a website, and you'll fill out that information. Once you click submit, that's actually going to come to me, and then we will compile a list of the interested individuals. We'll have your document on file, whatever it may be, and then we will, when time gets closer, we will reach out to all the individuals, and we're going to make sure that all the contact information for the event, the day, the time, just so that everybody has it, is available to you, and we'll just go from there.
So I wanted to, thank Megan Neville personally for filling out our JOT form, which is where this QR code will send you to in order to register for the event.
We would also like to mention that if you would like to support the arts and uplift these programs going on here and events going on here at Isothermal, that you can donate monetarily for the Poetry Slam. And if you would like to do that, you can come directly here to the foundation and you'll speak to Miss Laura Thomas. You can donate the money in person. You can do it online through the foundation's website, the Foundation Performing Arts Center. You can call here and donate as well. And that way the money can be earmarked particularly for this event, and it will go to support this annual event and continue to help it grow year after year.
And one place that I would like to talk about in particular, I forgot to mention them last year at the event, but they have been literally our biggest donor sponsor for more than a decade, which is of course B Sharp Music. They've really helped out with the financial end of this poetry slam and held up their end for longer than anybody else by far. Me and Laura Thomas have donated money in the past, but we just equal what B Sharp does. So our greatest sponsor at this point is B Sharp Music for sure. The Poetry Slam will be April 16, which is a Thursday. It will start promptly at 6 p.m. And it will end promptly at 9 p.m. That's all the time we have. Because we have a very specific amount of time, entries are basically first come, first serve. Last year we were able to take a few walk-ins, but pretty much we can hardly take walk-ins. So you need to register for the event to make sure you get your place, and then come down and win a fabulous prize. All right?
Yeah, so Mike and I are looking forward to everyone joining us for a great evening.